Hello everybody, it's Friday morning and it's warm and it's quite busy around here. I'll tell you where we are in a minute, but I just wanted to salute you, all of you who are out and about doing sort of heavy lifting today in any sort of way. So Mikey up at the storehouse, and Tracy if there are any furniture moves going on over in Christchurch, or indeed if you're any of the food banks, if you're moving food and backwards and forwards today so that all the different places that are open, or perhaps I know Ruth's trying to upload a lot of content for the website, so keep cool Ruth, and keep cool Derek as you're doing a little financial cap money course with Blandford, a school in Blandford, bless him. And if you're meeting any clients, I'm very pretty you can find somewhere cool to meet them, whether it's Claire up at half time, or whether it's Georgia and Charlie going to meet at Victoria Park Methodist Church, where they've got a new cafe there and it's a great place to talk with people before the weekend. You're all doing some amazing things. Keep cool, drink lots of water, keep going. Well, I'm here today at underneath the Wessex Way flyover at St Stephen's Church Hall, and the reason for being here is we've just been talking about the council are going to be buying this place. And I may have talked about it before. David and I and Claire and others have been talking about it. This is where the health bus meet on a Thursday, and where Claire Holly comes along and provides sort of those extras connection station services. And the council want to buy this place, and then they want they put out a tender for organisations to come back with actually going to refurb it and then run it as a hub for homeless and homelessness and health support. And we've got involved because obviously it's very close to what we do at half time already, and indeed within some of the other connection stations. Indeed, it's very like a life centre idea. So we've just been finalising the proposal, which is a consortium bid of ourselves, the health bus, St Mungo's, putting a little bit in, and also we've got two business guys who are leading it, so it's great to have them. And we just met the police and crime commissioner, who's very supportive of it. So there's a really interesting bit, and what will probably happen if we're successful with that, then we might move from half time to here and have that as there might be a daily provision here of that first point of contact, that front door, and then all the health support that could be here as well. So very exciting, right in the centre of Bournemouth, and we'll pick up with you as soon as we know whether we've achieved it. And of course, just up the road next Friday, just up there, I think, St Mike's Church, we're going to be having our little victories of Brent. So loving the videos you sent over. There's just those little sort of suggestions of how people have seen a real change and a real step forward in their lives. There's some great little videos coming up. I love the one from you guys at Christchurch where someone's almost doing some origami with a piece of cardboard. It's brilliant to tell their story, and hopefully you'll see that soon. Thank you to all of you who've said you'll be able to come along next week. Really appreciate that, and we'll get a list out of some of the things that would be helpful in terms of setup. If you have any more of those stories, that would be really good. Obviously try not to make them look like mugshots, but if you can make a sort of a quote sign or something like that for people to write on, but just having those before and after be great. We want to put those together. We're going to have an impact report, we're going to have new banners, and we're going to be able, please God, that I have a draft site ready for the new website. So we're going to be talking to you at the start next week about the content for that. Ruth's just putting in some draft content. We might want to just have a quick look before it goes live on there. And just a quick anyone have any good fruit punch recipes? That would be good to have some of those for next week. We want to make some nice fruit punch. Or if anyone's great at putting together Spotify music playlists, that would be good. Sorry, trying to get myself down with the kids to understand what Spotify does. So if you can help with either of those, that'd be good, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Friday. Before that, as always, you've got loads going on, so thank you for that. The interviews next week for some of the CMA team leaders jobs at some of the food banks. It's really good. We're starting to see people applying for those roles, and it's going to make such a difference having people to develop the teams alongside each of you food bank managers. We got some training from Wessex Water that some of you are doing about the offers they're giving to people in this difficult time. We got on Monday, we got a little round table of a few of us who are coming together to think about what would be really helpful around bereavement training for us, but also what help we can give to others who are facing that. I'm actually away for 2 days at a conference next week. I don't often do this, but there's something called Gather, and under the agenda called Movement Day. And what it is it's various churches, groups working together in cities to impact their communities. So if you go to somewhere like Nottingham, you'll find 60 church leaders praying each week for the city. If you go to somewhere like Bristol, they have these sort of really strong connections working in different spheres of city life as Christians to see real transformational change within those cities. And we'd love to see it here. Now, actually, of course, we started the journey with some of that. Some of the work that David Chidwick is doing on which we had a session this week of bringing together churches to say, okay, as you're opening your doors, how can we make sure everybody's doing it really well, really professionally, doing some training. Had some training yesterday at Gateway Church, helping the team leaders to think about what happens if different people come through the door. And you start to build that network of churches, so we can say on a Monday this is going on a Tuesday this is going on here. And it'd be great connection for us, wouldn't it? So that maybe when we've got a particular venue in our work that is open, we can be saying, hey, we're not open this evening, but actually why don't you go there for a friendship meal, or here for an activity in a different church. So just connecting all that together, and the Gather conference is hopefully going to inspire with a few ideas and of what other cities are doing, other towns are doing around the country. So hopefully I'll come back with a few thoughts for you about what is going on, but also want to celebrate what we're doing here, because it's very exciting. Okay, so that's all from me. I just want to give you this verse which I read this morning, which again just come out my phone's Bible app, because as we keep battling on, keep bashing on, it's really good to hear these verses. Don't be afraid, I've redeemed you, says God. I've called your name, you're mine. When you're in over your head, I'll be there with you. When you're in rough water, you'll not go down. When you're between a rock and a hard place, it won't be a dead end, because I am God. That's really helpful for me. Hope it's helpful for you. Talk soon. Take care. Keep cool.